Well, it is a most warm welcome back to my free video transmission on this Sunday, the 12th of December, almost at the halfway point of the festive month. It's Neil Morrice here to bring you a couple of lovely free bets running at Carlisle. I think this is a very punter-friendly card at Carlisle there on the borders, and more about those two horses in just a minute. One of them is ridden by Ryan Mania, who yesterday, you may remember, was on Midnight Shadow, my free selection for the big race, the Racing Post Gold Cup at Cheltenham. And I think you'll have to agree with me that until the second last, I think Ryan had done absolutely everything right. The horse was poised to attack the leader, and I thought we were going to collect big time. However, Midnight Shadow just made an error there at the second last that took away his impetus, and then he was carried right at the final fence, having to balloon that, and in the end, that really took the sting out of his finish. Little bit unfortunate, but it was a very solid each-way advice, as I told you. At the price that I recommended, it went off shorter, and I thought that there was no way possible that he could not end up in the money, taking home a decent check, and that's what he did. He's still a horse, I think, that is handicapped fairly, and he could even justify a rising class Midnight Shadow. Definitely a horse to keep with, one that has done us proud and can carry on doing that. The two bets that I've got for you today, as I told you, one of those is ridden by Ryan, and it runs in the 2:10 at Carlisle. Now, this is a long-distance handicap hurdle, and the one that I've got my eye on here, I do like this horse, barely really out of the novice stage. He's only a 5-year-old, and that's number 6, Bass Rock, for Sandy Thompson. Now, Bass Rock, the form is very solid indeed. He runs like a Swiss watch. In other words, you can rely on him completely. And I thought that when he finished third in a better race than this at Haydock, it was a grade 3. I thought that was a cracking run, and it showed that he could cope with a step up the class ladder. Before that, he'd won easily on his reappearance, and as I say, he's a young unexposed horse for whom there should be further improvement to come. He's a worthy favourite for me. 5-2 with William Hill and several other firms looks very fair. I would take that. He's a win bet, number 6, Bass Rock. Now, before giving you the other bet, which, by the way, if you combine these two, it will amount to a lovely 6-1 double should they both win. But as far as my private services are concerned, they are, of course, the daily morning bulletin. I have also the dark horses and the man at the track. All those three services rolled into one that I've put up to you as what I think is a bargain buy, surely is, for, shall we say, 50 pence a day all the way through to the 1st of July next year. It really does make sense. £99 right the way through to the middle of next summer, works out at 50 pence a day for my very best information that I glean from getting around, and that's what I do. So if you want that, and just what I'm telling you here is just do it, because it is something you need, and it will soon disappear. If you're already an existing member, you know that that email that I send out every morning at 9 o'clock will not happen on the 1st of January. Best to get that one done and dusted out of the way. And to do that, just click the link below, PayPal link, £99, and you are in right the way through until July. Now on to the second free bet from me today, and it runs again at Carlisle in the 140 race. Now, I was hugely impressed by the way Papa Tango Charlie took out a novices handicap chase here for John Joe O'Neill last time. This is number 3, by the way, in the 140 to follow up his previous success. And I have to say, the way that he did it and the way that he grabbed the ground going up the final hill to the line, this is a very stiff track, Carlisle, but Papa Tango Charlie didn't half enjoy that stiff uphill finish and went well clear of his rivals. I think he won by 12 lengths. He definitely is a horse for me who is still ahead of the handicap. Yes, the assessor put him up by £10, but he had more than that in hand, and I'm sure that today he can advertise that fact by following up and completing a fine hat-trick under jockey Nick Schofield. The price reflects his chance. He is an even money shot, Papa Tango, but I think he will go off possibly a shade of odds on. He's very solid in the market, and I think he's got so much more scope than the other horses in this race. Number 3, Papa Tango Charlie. Let's hope that that's what we're signalling to each other after today's wonderful action at Carlisle. I'll be back at the same time, 9 o'clock tomorrow, to update my free message to you with all my best news for Monday's racing. And until then, have a wonderful end to the week. Well, it is the start, actually, but most people think it's the end. A Sabbath to remember. And until tomorrow, from me, Neil Morrice, it's bye for now.